In this tutorial, we're going to create a title for our video that we're going to use that looks somewhat like this. If you'll notice, it looks like it has a black background. It's actually a transparent background. The background actually goes out to here, but it's transparent. And I imported this line with the transparent background. I drew this as a shape. I made this shape black but semi-transparent. So when you're watching, and this is on the TV, you'll be able to see the show through the black part a little bit. I think it's a classy kind of technique. And then this is another layer with my name. And so we're going to start off by the whole width of the TV screen is 1280. We're going to start by like 950. You might want to do a little smaller than that, but 180 high, 950 by 180. I'm going to go just a bit smaller, maybe 920. But we're going to use Sumo Paint for this. Also, this lion has the transparent background, so you're going to right-click it and save it to your Digicom folder, your P drive. I'm at home, so I'm just saving it to a desktop folder. And I already saved mine here. It's called Lion Trans for transparent background, small. And I had a larger one. We're going to use a smaller one for this. So right-click to save that. Go to Sumo Paint and open that up. And we're going to set our canvas size. You can always look back here. I would do it in a new tab. Keep the directions open. So 950, I might do a little smaller than that. My width is maybe 910. I think that's fine, and the height needs to be 180 because that's the lion's 179. So remember, the background is transparent. The line goes over the background. The lion's got a transparent background as well. So to do that, you might want to get rid of this advertisement, zoom info we don't really need. You can always bring them back. But we're on the background. We're going to make it transparent by clicking the opacity. Opacity is the covering, or okay, all the way to 0, and it should look like this. Okay, we're going to add a layer. We're going to add our lion. So we're going to add a line here, and my second layer. So what I do is I go to File. I've saved it already. File, and then Import to Layer from my computer. It's actually going to make a new layer, so I didn't need to make that other layer, but that's okay to have it. Better have it, not need it. There it is. I'm going to move this over. Notice he just fits in there, okay? I'm going to take this layer, move that. Let's just leave it there. It's fine. So here I'm going to draw my rectangle on this layer. And I'm on it filled, solid fill, black. And the hexadecimal number here is colors of RGB, all zeros, 6 zeros. Or you can click here and then click till it's black, or you can choose another color. What some people do is you can look up hexadecimal, Google hexadecimal numbers, and get a code. So if you're having trouble using this to pick your number, you can look up colors and find their hexadecimal number. I'll show you that if you just ask me. And it's kind of a good, easier way to find a color. All right, now I'm going to draw my rectangle. I'm going to make it smaller than the lion. Right? I'll start over here just like that. There we go. Boom. And then if I don't like it, I can always kind of move it around. Now the other thing I did is I made it semi-transparent, which I think is kind of a classy thing to be able to see through part of the title. That's kind of when you look at the news or something, they're often semi-see-through. There we go. Okay, well, I got that. I'm doing pretty good. All right. Now I'm going to add my words. So I'm going to add a new layer. Here's my new layer. If I totally mess up, I can click click a layer and click this trash can here. I can move these layers around. Watch if I click the arrow down. Now the lion's behind this. I want it in front of it. In front of the rectangle. So experiment with that. I'm going to create a new layer for my text. I'm going to click on the text. Now black on black is not going to look too good. I chose Comic Sans from my list. I was there before, and I upped the size to about 88. You can choose what you want to do. You need to make the color something in the yellowish range. I did gold. You know, it would be cool if it kind of matched the lion's colors. So maybe like a golder kind of look. There we go. I think that'll do fine. And then I'm going to type the name of my name. Whoops. And I can move this around here. Make sure the text is the way I want it. I think I'll make it bold. Okay. And once I move it, I click that. It's kind of locked in. But now I think this is... I might move that over a bit. Off. It's kind of off the screen, which is fine. And then move the lion over. You can kind of see how you kind of make it fit. Just kind of space this out. So click on the words. So you just make it look like it'll be a good title. And that's what we're going to do. And if this sticks out, that's okay, because that's the only graphic that's going to be on the screen. And the whole screen is 1280, so we're not going to worry about that. So there we go. I think this looks pretty good. I'm going to click on my word layer, and I can add some effects here. Maybe a drop shadow. That looks pretty good. Some other effects, like make it beveled if I want. Yeah, that looks okay. And then there's other filters I can use. I like the edge ones sometimes, the glowing edges. Okay. All right. Maybe not so good. I think that's close enough. I still think the rectangle is taking up a little too much space. I'm going to move everything over. I'm moving the rectangle kind of off the screen. Move this over here, and then get my line over. So you can play around with this. And now we want to be able to edit this in the future. So my assignment to you, save it as a Sumo Paint file and as a PNG. Now the Sumo Paint file I can't put on a television screen. I can't put it into our video editing program, but I can the PNG file. But the PNG file, I can't edit it. But what we're going to want to do is everyone who's on the show, we're going to want their one name or multiple names. So we're going to want to add names here, take this one off, add a different, save the lion in the background and take the Eric Jarvis off. Obviously, we'll never have Eric Jarvis on there. You need talent to be on the Lions row. But, so we'll do that. So, but we'll, eventually trash this layer, add another layer, and write different things here. Okay, so to save it as a Sumo Paint, I go File and save the image to my computer. Want it in your Digicom folder. Give it a name. Just highlight the whole thing and say your name, Eric, title, and then it's going to already add the dot. So make sure you know what you're naming it. Click Save. Make sure you know where you're saving it. That's been a huge problem. Your P drive, Digicom. I'm doing a temporary folder. Sumo Paint file. It's going to do Eric title.sumo. I'm going to click Save. All right, now I'm not done. I got to save it as a PNG file. Save to my computer and a PNG file. Okay, so now when and so here I am. This would be your P drive, your Digicom folder, and you'll notice I have the Sumo, and it doesn't look like anything, and I have the PNG file. Now this PNG file I can import into our video editing program, WeVideo, or Adobe Premiere Elements, or lots of others, and this is what it looks like. This background, it looks grayish, but it'll be slightly see-through. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. And when we add that, we can fade it in, fade it out. And then if the next person who's on TV, we're not going to use the last name, but the next person who comes on the TV, we want a title for them. And so we can go back to Sumo Paint. And say File, Open from my computer, and double click on the Sumo paint. We can trash the name. Fortunately, I can't just edit the name, which would be cool. I can move it, but I can't edit it anymore. So I'm just going to delete that layer, add a new layer, and add the next person's name. You know, make sure you pick the color. You might want to remember that we'll have to remember the hexadecimal number for it, so that they're consistent in their color. So this is the hexadecimal number. So just kind of word. Next time I would have remembered the hexadecimal number. So when we're doing this, we'll try to match it. Okay. So that is FEDB06. Might want to write that down somewhere. And add the next title. And then I can kind of tweak this and edit. Maybe I need to make it smaller, etc. So there you have it.